I describe myself as a generalist, meaning like I'm not a specialist in any given area, but I'm quite good at everything. I'm not the kind of person who is the best one in the world of programming, but I can do it. Same thing with I'm not the best art director, but you know, I can do it. I studied law, been a creative director, editorial director, editor, film producer, event producer, musician, and businessman. The way that I function and things I find interesting, and the way that I work as being someone who's a little bit good at everything, meaning I'm a generalist, would not work 15 years ago. I would not be where I am today if I lived 15 years ago, because that was in the age of the specialist, where it was where the power or the decision making was in the hands of someone who was, you know, best at what they do, studied for a long time, and they're very good at a narrow field. Today, it's changed. Today, we are living in a world where the generalist, the one who can overview lots of things, business-wise, creative-wise, media-wise, that person is rewarded and in charge these days. So the problem with the world of the generalist, which rewards someone who's a little bit good at everything, is that the specialists, obviously, they'll be around, but they won't be as prevalent, and the power won't sit in their hands. And that means, in the end, that we get a dollar society which is just interested in sound bites, in PR, in communication, which does nothing for society in the end, in the long run. And so I hope that I'm a dying breed. I would hope that people don't become generalists, but specialists. My only driving force in life has not been that I think that I'm particularly great at anything. It's only been that I feel like I'm at least as good as that person that created that or did that. So I know that I can do that. That has been my only driving force. Plus the fact that I have incredibly short attention span, and I am very interested in and involved in something for a short period of time. But in the long run, I get very bored of, you know, if I have to write all the time, I get bored of that. If I program for too long, I get bored of that. The role of the creator has changed because now it's much more about putting all things into one basket. Not only the producing and the production and whatever it is that you do, but the PR and the communication is at the forefront of anything that's successful today. Basically, it's all about the association of something. If something is associated to be important or to be good or to add value to someone, then people will you know, love it and buy it and wear it. And the craft is no longer necessary. The craft of writing, or the craft of making art, or the craft of the musician is gone. It turns into something that's good for me, but I'm not necessarily thinking that's a good thing for society. Because we get people who are just interested in doing what I'm doing in media, which is in some ways very unproductive. It doesn't help society, it doesn't bring us forward, it doesn't do anything other than just create small sound bites, and it's about communication and being creative. It's very vague concepts, so it's not at all specifically anything that helps us. And I'm just worried that that's what everyone wants to be involved with. I'd rather have all people, you know, thinking that, oh, I want to become a scientist, or I want to become a philosopher, or I want to become a specialist in different areas. 10 years ago, you would only assume that if you go to a concert, there's a performer on the stage and has an audience of 10,000 people that they're performing to. What's happened with the media sphere that we're in, or media atmosphere that we are in now, is that you go to this concert, there's 10,000 people there. The difference is that everyone believes that they are the artist and everyone else is the audience. The problem with that, of course, is that everyone else thinks the same. So everyone believes that all these people, they're here to you know, listen to me. But when everyone else is doing the same thing, it's just a concoction of, it's sort of like a chicken farm. Everyone's just shouting at each other.